Welcome
to a brand new poker series I'm starting about the most unique poker hands that I've seen in my poker career. I've played poker seriously for well over 20 years and have been in the casino industry as a dealer, floor person, cashier for over 13 years, which equates to multiple millions of hands seen. And this particular hand that I saw is something I've only ever seen one time. That includes playing, dealing, studying hands that I've watched videos on, hands online, videos of hands. I've never seen anything like this other than this one time. So let me explain what happened here. This is episode 1, and this is called Butterfly Blinds, because as you can see, we have perfectly symmetrical blinds in a cash game. $1, $2, $4, $2, $1. So here's what happened. This was a 4-8 limit Texas Hold'em cash game. It was 5-handed at the time, and this particular casino had a 3-blind structure. So the first 4 are super simple and make a ton of sense. We had a $1 small blind on the button, a $2 small blind, and a $4 big blind. Simple enough, so far so good. And then the person who was under the gun had missed their small blind previously and came back and decided that they didn't want to, they could have straddled in and made it 8. They didn't want to do that. They could have waited one hand and paid the big blind. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to get in right away, so they paid their $2 missed small blind and they came in. Now this $1 here is a little bit more complicated. For the sake of the video, I'm going to explain it. However, I'm just going to warn you in advance. It is going to be needlessly complicated, and I'll insert a little explanation, illustration kind of showing it. But if you don't follow it, just trust me, it's not that important. But for the sake of the video, I will explain it. So if you play poker in Vegas or in most real, normal, I guess I should say, places, in cash games, you're used to there being a dead button or a dead small blind. If somebody misses their button, the button just stays there. It's a dead button. You just don't deal cards to them, and everything continues as normal. However, in certain places in California, we just have to be different. Like the South Park episode where we like to smell our own farts. We have to do things our own way.
We're a little more progressive and ahead of the curve here in San Francisco.
And at the particular time, this was several years ago, luckily they don't do this anymore, this particular casino/poker room did not allow dead buttons. So if somebody missed the button or their small blind, here's what would happen. Somebody would miss their small blind, so instead of it just being button, dead small blind, big blind, it would be button, and then there would be 2 big blinds, so that way, the next hand, the button would skip over that person's small blind. It would go to the next person who was the first big blind last hand, and they would post a $2 small blind on the button. The next person would be a small blind, and there would be a big blind. And then the next hand after that, they would put $1 behind the button because it's a 3-blind system. There would be the traditional $1 on the button, there would be a small blind, and there would be the normal big blind. So like I said, needlessly complicated. People who've been playing poker for years were constantly confused by this. The dealers and staff were expected to know this. But for the purposes of this hand, this is what happened. So somebody had missed their small blind. So that means it was big blind, big blind. The next hand, there was small blind on the button. And so then the hand after that, which is how we get to this hand, the button had moved here. There was $1 behind the button. The person who had missed their small blind decided to post, and then we had the traditional 3-blind system. So that is how we ended up with a perfectly symmetrical, 1 in multiple millions odds of happening butterfly blind hand. I was dealing when I saw this, and I noted it and thought it was cool, and I literally, after I got up, went to my locker and wrote it down so that I wouldn't forget it, because I don't know. This doesn't have anything to do with like poker strategy or anything like that, obviously, but if you're a poker nerd, then something like this might be cool. I don't know. I thought it was cool, so maybe somebody else out there will think it was cool too. Yeah, I have other crazy, unique poker hands coming up. So if you're into that, feel free to join the channel. Do lots of comedy sketches and open packs of cards and stuff like that. Like to have a good time, like to have lots of laughs and talk about poker and poker strategy and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any cool, unique hands or anything, feel free to let me know in the comments. And if it's extra cool and you want me to, maybe I'll make a video about it or something like that. Anyway, have a good night. Peace out. Peace out? What the hell? Am I 13 or something?